Hello and welcome to my quarter-final match of the World Cup, where we have UK playing United States B team, and in particular ipsb, who I haven't played before. We've had one 3-all result so far. I think there's one match currently going on with Chorus, and then Salt Rosa's match will start in an hour and a half, I think. So yeah, hoping to catch that, but I don't necessarily expect this to finish in that time. This board is not looking too nice, in my opinion. Seems like Cultist will probably be relevant with no thinning. I'm trying to work out whether I want to open Diplomat. It could become a village, either through like Governor reducing hand size or reacting to an opponent's Cultist. And it's nice to have like a just kind of like a moat type thing in the second shuffle. So if I open like Diplomat Silver, then assuming I find my Diplomat, I'll have a clean reshuffle. Alternative Innkeeper, kind of awkward because the +3 -3 option is not very good turn 4. Potentially very nice turn 3 though. Yeah, I think the 3 is definitely silver. I don't see Cardinal being good here because, yeah, there's not really, well, there's not proper thinning, so not super likely to hit a good card, and terminal space is quite expensive. It does feel like Cultist spam at the start of the game is going to be quite relevant. Do I scout here? So I look at 5. So what have I got? I've got Diplomat, Estate, 5 coppers, Cultist. I feel like discarding 3 is pretty good. Alternative would be an Innkeeper. Well, they've hit double 5, so that's not great for me. I think I like an Innkeeper. So I could take +5 -6 off this Innkeeper, and hopefully, well, I'll find Diplomat, and then hopefully find both Cultists. I feel like that's good. So I'm going to discard down to 3 cards, but that, like, I don't think that's going to be that bad. And don't play that Survivors because there is so much junk down there. Probably another Cultist. But yeah, that feels correct. I'm worried about how many ruins I'm going to eat as second player, and given that they hit double 5. So how many have I taken? 1, 2, 4. So yeah, currently 4-2 on ruins. I'm going to give out at least 2 this turn. And then I think it's reasonably... No, they have one down there, don't they? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I guess I play Cultist anyway, and then could be a treasurer, could be a governor. Governor's probably more appealing for them because they've got silvers that they can turn into 5s. I technically have a village, so yeah, I can add treasurer. And it's pious as well, so I get to trash on buy, which is quite nice. Yeah, I think I mean, regardless of governor or treasurer, I'm equally likely to draw either of them dead. But I guess if I have governor and cultist in starting hand, that's better than treasurer and cultist. But I don't know. I just feel like governor's not doing that much at the moment. I'm gonna try the treasurer. Is there any chance I would rather have survivors than a copper? I don't think so. Hopefully they play cultist, and then I will get to react diplomat. Which surely I do. Probably governor now. Yeah, I don't really want a second treasurer. Nice to find innkeeper on top. I feel like the cycling is valuable enough that I want to take +5 instead of +3. I don't know if I want to play cultist. I would really not like to draw governor or treasurer dead or diplomat. And I don't really mind just taking another diplomat here. My turn's not going to do that much more than that. I guess survivors is going to be better than ruin market. Yeah, I don't think I need plus buy this turn. I don't really want to trash and let them trash. So I'll probably gain gold and then trash a copper. And more governor. Yeah. Very nice starting hand. I'm not going to react because I can reduce my hand size with governor first. Need to remember to consider scouting party this turn because this is quite a lot of my good cards already. Definitely a question of what to do with governor. I kind of don't really want to remodel because one, they can trash ruins. Two, they could trash like estate into harbinger or something. And three, they could probably trash cultist into like a gold because the cultists aren't doing that much at the moment. Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of good cases for them. So yeah, I think I'll just gain a gold. And probably survivors would leave me with 7, which can be scouting party, governor, I guess. Those are pretty good. I think I still want to scouting party, even though it's likely I'm gonna have to discard a good card. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. I wonder if I keep treasurer rather than governor, or maybe I just get rid of diplomat. I guess that's an option. Yeah, bit of an annoyance that. I'll definitely trash cultist here if given the chance. One thing that I need to bear in mind as well with like governor treasurer is quite often where you can remodel the gold and then gain it back out of the trash with treasurer, which is pretty nice. I don't think I had that chance. Yeah. I guess doing it with silver is okay as well. Um, I think I don't want to shuffle, so I'll just take 3 and 3. There's a diplomat down there. I can't remember what else is down there, to be honest. Not a cultist. I think 3 and 3 is fine. Oh no, there's no diplomat. I wonder when that went past. And I could take the key if I want to get a governor. I don't think I need another governor that badly to not trash a copper. The key is not really doing that much, I wouldn't say. And would the 4 be a diplomat or an innkeeper? Possibly getting more value out of innkeeper. Probably want to start greening this shuffle. So I could remodel gold if I want to get the village off diplomat. I could draw with governor first and then innkeeper discard, which would give me more search space. I think I want to remodel. Semi likely to have cultists, but they don't, which is nice. I wonder if the reason to play innkeeper first would be to try and find another cultist. The reason to play cultist first would be to give me more search space before I play innkeeper, and obviously like a bigger hand size. There's 20 cards with only 2 cultists, so it's not super likely I'll find another one. And maybe just 3 and 3. 5 and 6 is quite tempting. If I find a treasurer, that would be very nice. And I've already got 4 junk cards. I think 5 and 6 makes sense. Probably drawing with governor. Yeah, I'll definitely take that gold. And just province. I feel like often in governor games it's pretty nice to be ahead of the tempo on provinces because it's not super easy to duchy. I wish I knew what was down there. I've lost track of where my diplomat is. So I played 1. Do I definitely have 2? I feel like I thought I had 1 before, and then I didn't, so... I have no idea. Probably I think I'd just governor draw here. There is a diplomat. Yeah, if I'd known for sure there was a diplomat down there, I think I would have done the innkeeper +3/-3 first. They got to do the cultist thing, which is pretty nice. I always forget you can react diplomat multiple times, because it's like, yeah, as long as you have at least 5 cards. So when you have a starting hand size of like 8, you can do it a bunch of times to filter. Obviously losing 1 card each time. But yeah, that's basically like an innkeeper effect. Very nice to find treasurer. I think I should leave cultist on top because it makes it. I think it's likely that they'll want to remodel this turn with governor, and then I would love to have cultist, and then I probably don't need diplomat. I'm trying to work out whether scouting party lets you see your opponent's cards. No. Because yeah, I maybe don't want to reveal to them that I have cultist, or like at least I'd rather they didn't know. I'm going to be pretty disappointed if they can win this turn. I don't think it's very likely. And now I think it's not happening. Probably draw with governor first. I'm not sure actually, because I've already got 4 junk in hand, so I could innkeeper now. Because it would be nice to have this governor for remodel purposes, obviously. Probably draw with this governor. Or I could remodel into duchy if I think I might not win. That feels potentially safer. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've got quite a lot of rubbish in my deck, so drawing is not guaranteeing me a province. So I'd rather just take a bigger points lead. I do have Innkeeper, which I can turn into Duchy. But I don't see how they're making up the points. So they got one Duchy already. Province would put them on 27, which is 12 behind. So then they'd need all the other duchies, which I'm pretty sure is not possible. And trashing Cultist would mean I can get Province next turn. Although equally, I'm probably close to half VP if I take Duchy. Because there's no cursing. There's like rogue stuff, but that's not super relevant. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like that maybe wasn't correct. But hopefully won't matter. Yeah. So nice to have a player 2 win at the start. And quite a lot going on here. A shrine for trashing and crystal ball, I guess. Although it's not amazing. You can put stuff into your discard with like Hamlet or Dungeon for crystal ball to find. I quite like opening Explo in general. Here it could be relevant with like Carnival or Hunting Grounds. In terms of having a villager, equally there's Dungeon for reliability, so maybe less relevant. And then King's Court is obviously going to be a good village, but only really paired with Hamlet. You don't want a King's Court Dungeon. I definitely want Shrine on one of these. I think Exploit Shrine is pretty good. Dungeon Shrine seems a bit I don't know. I don't love opening dungeon. There's improve Hunting Grounds shenanigans potentially. Like one, because you can improve it into King's Court, which is quite good, but also at the end of the game you can turn your Hunting Grounds into duchies, which is one to look out for. There's also like improved Flag Bearer, which is quite nice. You can take the flag and then improve it later into one of the 5s. I definitely like finding Shrine here. Although, I don't know whether I take a silver on this turn to activate. Alternative would be like Flag Bearer. Next turn I'll find everything, which is 4 coppers to estates. And I could buy a crystal ball with the coffer. I don't love that, but I think it seems okay. I think I like having the flag. Trickster seems okay. The curses are like mildly annoying. Road network is not relevant yet. I don't really want to buy gold without shrine in play. I don't hate hunting grounds. Yeah, I don't know. Trickster feels like too many terminals. So, I mean, it could be like Hamlet. I would like a Hamlet at some point. Could be dungeon. Yeah. This could be a silver. Trashing 2 coppers seems pretty good. They go up to King's Court, which is nice for them. They don't really have that many good targets for it. I think this is the turn that I want to pick up a Hamlet. Just for the plus buy, really. Well, yeah, I mean, that's super nice for them to collide those, obviously. So I've currently got 4, so I can't really keep these in hand and buy a silver. Like I could buy a copper, but that doesn't seem amazing. That's nice, and probably could be a hunting grounds now because I do have a village. Yeah, I don't think the trickster is that good really. Uh, I'm tempted to keep the curse in hand and buy something to trash like copper curse. That's nice. Yeah, do I take crystal ball here? Probably. I don't think there's justification to not playing hunting grounds here. I definitely like don't want these cards in the next shuffle. And yeah, I got a couple crystal balls that would be nice to find. Now I question whether I play shrine using up my villager. I think I would quite like to. I do need to get thin. And yeah, I think a gold seems reasonable. I think they need some dungeons and hamlets because King's Court is not super likely to find an action that they want to king at the moment. Probably discard the flag bearer for action. I don't know whether we're going to want plus buy. Maybe. Okay, let me think what's down there. So I've got another crystal ball, a gold. Do I have another silver? Or did they buy a silver? Yeah, they opened silver. So yeah, it's maybe just more junk down there. There's 2 coppers and a flag bearer down there. I don't hate playing crystal ball. Yeah, sure. That's a very nice start to the turn, obviously. Presumably Hamlet to get some plus buy. They take improve, which I do like here. I guess I king flag bearer and buy another king's court. I don't love it. I'm surprised that their not trashing strategy is doing so well. I have let them have the flag for a lot of this game, which is maybe a mistake. And they did line up King's Court Trickster like as soon as they bought King's Court, which was not super likely. Which definitely, yeah, like hurt me quite a lot and helped them. If they take like another improve and hunting grounds, they'll be threatening a win next turn. which I can't really do much about. I think they should definitely improve their trickster this turn. Maybe flag bearer as well. They do have a villager as well, which is gonna help them prevent a dud. All they need to find is hunting grounds in their starting hand to have a pretty good chance of kicking off. Carnival, I guess, yeah. Yeah, it should be pretty easy for them to play 3 hunting grounds and king improve, and then they can improve the 3 hunting grounds into king's courts, which will empty estates. And there's kind of nothing I can do about that. Hamlet to dungeon doesn't really make that much sense to me. Yeah, I don't want a king dungeon. I guess just gold. I don't know why they're taking duchy. I'm not really threatening to win. I guess I take the flag, even though it's just so dead. I've got no chance. Even if they don't see the improved hunting runs win, like there's nothing I can do. My deck is rubbish. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sickness is gonna hurt because the curse trashing is pretty poor. As is the estate trashing, kind of like it's like you can butcher them, which is not terrible. I think the 4 wants to be Spice Merchant. I don't know what the 3 wants to be. Josephine being on top means the Knights are probably less relevant. I'm wondering about Crossroads on the open. It feels like it's a decent card here to have like one of, but not amazing. I think probably I want silver because hitting 5 would be very nice. Spice Merchant's not great at hitting 5, but we can dream. I don't think taking Poet to hit 5 is like justified, given that we do want to get rid of the coppers as well. They've gone for Poet silver. That's really nice. Probably I do take a Crossroads. And then Butcher next turn. It's got to be Butcher. And could be... Wow, okay, that's a draw. Could be second Butcher. I think that seems reasonable. It'd be very nice to draw Spice Merchant off the top here. Not to be. Probably do Butcher into something. But I'm also not sure I desperately want silvers. So I could just not Butcher. And just buy like a Poet or something. I don't know. I should probably trash the estates, even though I have Crossroads. I think a free silver is okay. That is crazy. How do they do it? Could take a state into throne room already. I think that feels reasonable. And maybe take a sculptor. I think I should have hopefully have the village space to sculpt stuff that I want and then play it. I guess Dame Josephine is like a maybe with Crossroads. Like it could potentially help. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. And then you don't want to unveil a really nice knight underneath. Yeah. Could be map maker. Could be another throne or another poet. Another spice merchant is also not crazy. Yeah, I think I quite like that actually, because I have quite a few coppers still, and then I can butcher it into something else after. Probably another throne. I'm getting hit with sickness. And I do just have to eat the curses. I don't think I'm that likely to find another card for Spice Merchant to trash. How many times have I trashed a copper? Two. So I've got 5 left. I saw 3 last time. I've got 1 here. I feel like I have to take the curse. Um, I think I'd probably trash silver. I don't love it, but what can you do? And then throne seems the best here. Curse into... Could be map maker. And estate into map maker and take a throne. I feel a bit behind here, but it seems close. I think that could just be second player. I think a second sculptor would be quite nice. If I can get one. Road network also seems like it could be good soon. Curse into copper makes sense. I feel like road network is worth a buy. All the other stuff you can gain with like sculpture and butcher. Yeah, surely throne, spice merchant. Could be... Do I need map maker? I probably don't need spice merchant. I could take butcher, copper, throne spice. It feels okay. I think I want to throw in sculptor. And take maybe throne silver. No, I probably want to take something that draws. I guess map maker is pretty good. Silver to Sculptor seems okay. Hopefully draw it. Nice. What did I leave on top there? Maybe a silver. I think I want to take Throne. Throne Butcher, turning Curse into Copper, and then by Road Network. Could spend a Villager. It's probably worth it. Although it could be valuable to start my turn. Yeah, I think I won't. One thing I might want to do at some point is gain a victory card mid-turn to trigger my map makers. Might even be relevant this turn, depending on what I draw off the Spice Merchant. It's going to be Curse and one other card off the top. I'm tempted to maybe gain and play Josephine this turn. I probably want to trash a Spice Merchant this turn, which won't be this Spice Merchant, but might be the next one. Assuming I manage to draw it. Nice to find another Throne Room. I don't think I want to do Throne Spice because I'm not going to draw another copper. So probably I'll play Spice and then Throne Sculptor. TBC. Yeah. Throne Sculptor for... Probably map maker silver, and then thrown butcher and turn the silver into Josephine. I feel like that feels okay. Probably want to do that before turning the curse into copper. That's really nice that Michael's there, because if they... Yeah, that means I can gain and play this turn, I think. I'm not sure about that selection. I'm definitely gonna gain and play Michael here. Probably I've thrown Poet. And Josephine. Yeah, the night attacks feel quite disruptive. I did forget that playing Josephine means that my crossroad won't draw. So maybe Sculpt Poet, Butcher, Curse the Copper, draw up, play Michael twice. I think I like that. Could be Map Maker. Would do the same thing as Poet. Because I'm not lacking actions. I think I like that. Map Maker feels better. And the piles are a bit scary, so I feel like I should province. It's not super easy for them to empty. I guess they can gain and play Martin for some buys. So maybe I take Martin. Yeah, I'm really not sure on this one. I don't think they can easily empty like map makers and anything else. I guess you can mill through butchers if you have enough draw. What did they trash against? They trashed a butcher, a map maker, a silver, and a map maker. If I province, that draws them a card as well. I think I take Martin. That could have been incorrect. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping they don't have enough draw, but maybe they do. I was just thinking, like, if they get Martin for plus buy, it's quite easy for them to empty the curses and then probably annex, which, yeah, I would need a decent points lead to defend against. If they don't win here, then I'm feeling quite good about my position. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would have probably lost if I'd provinced as well. Well, I would have done. That was just a combination of them being player one and also 2 turns in a row. Well, like twice in a row, drawing 3 cards with crossroads, which is pretty unreasonable. And definitely put them ahead. Cursed Engineer is interesting. There's not really great things to engineer for, but the trashing is okay enough with Ratcatcher. Sea Trade not amazing. I'm also looking at the fives and thinking I would like a counterfeit and maybe a treasurer, but counterfeit mainly. So potentially like a Young Witch Silver open would be good for that. I think I like that because Black Cat being the Bane is not thrilling. You don't really want to open Black Cat particularly. I guess you could, like when they see me take Young Witch, they could open Black Cat, and Black Cat Silver is an okay opening. Okay, they just have the 2/5. That's nice for them. Surely it's counterfeit. I think this wants to be Ratcatcher for me. Because, yeah, we have counterfeit for the coppers, but we need something for the estates. Yeah, C trade is quite difficult because like you want to play a bunch of actions, beforehand, but actually it's action cards in play. So if you play a few rat catchers, they're not in play. But if you call rat catchers at the start of their turn, then you're not really likely to hit 4. I think I want a second counterfeit. Pretty sad to draw my rat catcher dead, obviously. They got figurehead, which is quite nice here, and find it immediately, which is also quite nice for them, of course. It would have been really nice if I had had Ratcatcher down for this turn, because I could have trashed an estate and then C-traded another estate. They're going off the engineers quite early, it seems to me. I could take one now. Jaws is whatever. Found figurehead at the top of their shuffle again. I feel like I'm complaining a lot, but it also seems justified based off of the last 2 games. Treasurer seems okay. I don't think I really want figurine. Could just be like Ratcatcher Engineer. I don't love it. Could also C-trade 1 card by... Yeah, I've got another counterfeit down there, which I don't want to draw dead. Counter room's not ridiculous. Like, I'm likely to draw stuff dead, but there's not that much that I want to play anyway. I think I'll take a figurine. The loots are definitely nicer with fairgrounds around. But the engine is not amazing. Especially now Ratcatchers are gone. Puzzle box is quite nice for avoiding like terminal collision and setting your hand up to trash with Ratcatcher next turn. Potentially don't want to play that. I think I probably do, although like they're super likely to have a black cat in hand. I'll have 8, which doesn't really do anything. Could just be like double C trade. I probably trash engineer. I don't think it does that much for my deck. It could potentially like help me get a sneaky pile out at some point, but do I take one? Probably not. I'm not sure actually. It could be quite nice to have one for a bit of payload. But yeah, maybe next turn I'll get one. I don't think I want one right now. So that's their black cat, which I expected they had in turn. They've got figurehead in play. Probably not hitting like big numbers still, so I don't think I'm in danger of losing if I take one engineer, but maybe if I take 2, then I would be. I could see trade the curse as well, and then buy the engineer. Which definitely tempts me. So they're out of curses. They've got 1 estate left. Taking 2 silvers makes sense. C trade, sure. Probably I discard figurine curse, counterfeit the copper. I don't think the figurine is doing that much for me. So what I've got down there, I've got silver, counterfeit, engineer, and another rat catcher, I think. Probably have to score here. Yeah, I don't love it, but I do feel like I kind of have to. And I don't think I want another engineer. I don't think there's a chance of me piling out this turn. But maybe it would look like popping engineer for 2 estates. Well, actually, maybe it's cheaper to pile engineers. So I could pop engineer for 2 silvers. Counterfeit, figurine. It's pretty annoying that neither of my loots are counterfeitable because they're both durations, and figurehead is obviously stuck in play right now. I don't think I've seen that black cat this shuffle. Yeah, they shuffled here. I haven't seen it yet. They didn't play it last turn, so they didn't have it at the start of their turn. They could have it now after they drew with Ratcatcher, and maybe that's what they wanted to puzzle box. I don't know if they thought they were going for a win. I wasn't really watching their counterfeiting stuff. So, engineer would cost me 12 to pile out because the last one is free. 3 buys is pretty easy to get. Like, I already have 3 buys in hand. Possibly that was Black Cat they set aside. I would probably have set aside Black Cat if I were them. Them scoring means I maybe leaning towards trying to do estates, although I don't think it's possible. So, bottom 2 are Jewels and... Why am I struggling to track my deck like this? How do I not know what's in my deck? It's not Young Witch. It's not Ratcatcher. It's not Black Cat. It's not Engineer. I don't think I have another silver. Do I have a curse? Okay, let's start thinking. So counterfeit, figurine. I can discard Young Witch twice. Which would get me 1 buy for the first counterfeit, 2 more for the second counterfeit, and 2 more for figurine. So that'd be 6 buys. There'd be 7 from jewels down there, which would be enough to pile if I engineer for 2 estates. Is that enough money? So counterfeit, first one is 1, second one is 3, then counterfeiting the figurine would be another 2. Why can I not count this? Okay, so 3, 5, and then counterfeit silver up to 9, and then play jewels. I think that's enough. I'm going to be very sad. Let me double count that. So I definitely got jewels down there. Engineer for 2 estates. Counterfeit. That's 3. Figurine. I'm not guaranteed to redraw the Young Witch, though, am I? Yeah, that's a problem. Interesting. If I play Young Witch instead of Engineer, does that help me? Probably not. So then I would be guaranteed to redraw the Engineer with figurine. 3, 7, 9, 12. Yeah, I'm getting 12. Are there any other options? I can engineer for 2 silvers and try and pile curse, engineer. But then I'd need to take up fairgrounds. Are fairgrounds even worth that many? Yeah. My fairgrounds are... I feel like there must be 4. So figurehead, counterfeit, silver, figurine, fairgrounds, that's 5. Young Witch, engineer, ratcatcher, cursed jewels, that's 10. So if I take 2 silvers, again, I'm not guaranteed to find Young Witch twice. And I would need to get to 6 plus 12 is 18, which I'm not getting to. So in that case, do I maybe just engineer for double black cat? Man, this is so annoying. There's also, yeah. So it's 2 and 3 of me finding Young Witch again. Unless they black cat me off of engineer, and then it's 50-50, which I think is quite likely. Maybe God, this is horrible. I think maybe I just play Young Witch if I'm not trying to win this turn. And then but they're going to have Black Cat, so that's not going to do anything. I did go first, but I feel maybe behind. Maybe not. I don't know how likely it is that they're going to be able to win if I don't win here. I think not super likely. Because the pilot is still quite expensive. So maybe I'd take 2 black cats and just buy like a, I don't know, council room. Could be black cat silver. Maybe just province. I'm going to eat a curse, which I don't like. So it could just be like council room silver. I feel like they're reasonably likely to win because they can counterfeit their loot. Well, I couldn't. Oh, I guess just counterfeit. No, I forgot which ones they have. They've got puzzle box and they got doubloons. That's pretty nice. So probably they're winning here. I don't want to call Ratcatcher. I surely do want to play Council Room. Unless I want to trash Young Witch. Which maybe I do. It is a unique, but I think I'm on 11. I'm not actually sure about that. And the Young Witch is kind of in the way. I'm going to be able to discard with Figurine anyway because of Engineer. No, I'm not, because I trashed Engineer. Oh, this is such a pain. I think I trash Young Witch. So, counterfeit, 3. Both silvers could be 8. So that would be 19, which would be enough for Fairgrounds and empty the Engineers, but that's just going to lose. So, yeah, I don't think I want to trash my silvers right now. I would like an Engineer, but then I'm just gonna lose. so I can't really do that. I'm probably going to lose anyway. I could take like estate engineer. Does that push me over the threshold? Not that that would really matter too much. So Ratcatcher comes from figurine, figurehead, jewels, silver, counterfeit, fairgrounds, curse, estate, copper, black cat, engineer, and whatever the other loot is. I think I should just take estate anyway. And probably I need an engineer if I want a chance of winning. But it does obviously make it easier for them to win now. Which, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know where I went wrong here. It feels like I must have done. But yeah, I was winning. I was losing anyway. Not much to be done at the end. So this feels like a nice 5-2. The 5 I'm thinking is probably Wharf. Enlarge is like okay, but not amazing. The 2 could be encampment to try and get up to a big asceticism trash. Could be Overlord, just because Overlord's quite nice to have. Like it could be encampment, but it wouldn't be returned. Yeah, playing it as Paddock, potentially nice. But I don't think I want to take so much debt. There is Chameleon, so Paddock can be draw, which is quite nice. But I still feel like Wharf is probably better. And I think I will take encampment with it, even if I just burn it. So contemplating playing Wharf as Chameleon and trashing 2 estates. If I play it normally, I'm also reasonably likely to trash 2 estates. I don't actually know whether I would like to trigger a shuffle next turn. It it might be quite nice not to, and then I get the Wharf back in. Yeah, that feels correct to me. Chameleon's only this turn, so I will draw next turn. And then I can save encampment if I want to. I mean, I can also, Chameleon it and then buy it back. I could also Chameleon it and get super thin, so I'd have 7, or just play it normally. I'd have 7, so I could trash 4 cards. No, that doesn't seem right. Man, my brain has stopped functioning. So 7 coins, 6 cards in hand, but every other card. Man, this rambling is not helping anyone. So if I had 2 and 3 coppers, that would be trashing 3 things. Yeah, so I could trash 3 things, which I do quite like the sound of. I don't think I want an Overlord for free. Nice to find the Wharf, although pretty likely. Could honestly be gold. I don't think that's crazy. We will find everything next turn. I don't think I want Overlord still. Although maybe I do. I could play it as Paddock. So at the moment I'm looking at 8 next turn. If I take 8 debt, then yeah, I'm basically looking at 0. I don't think I want the Overlord yet. Yeah, maybe I did want that because because I could have just bought another encampment. Yeah, I think that was probably wrong to not gain Overlord. Maybe another encampment and probably not gold. Could be gold because I'm gonna have a Wharf coming out this turn, so I don't need to put in a Wharf right now necessarily. Could be encampment Overlord. Yeah, definitely encampment. So let's click that, and then we can think. Probably gold. No, I'm gonna take Wharf. That's a bit disappointing draw. So I've got 2 coppers, gold, encampment. So playing Wharf as normal draw is more money on average. Although all I really need is 4. And I've got encampment gold down there, so maybe I play it as Chameleon and just buy double encampment. That's nice that I'll get that encampment as well. What's that last card? It's another encampment, I think. Yeah, must be. Encampment double plunder feels pretty good. Paddock is also like quite nice. I think one plunder at least. Do I need more than 3 buys? Because I could take more Wharf as well. I don't think I'm going to need more than 3 buys yet. And I'm drawing pretty well, so probably plunder. Paddock is more money, like it's kind of 4 money if you think about like one horse being 1 draw and 1 draw being 1 money with Chameleon. But yeah, I guess Wharf is also 4 money. I think it suits me to leave plunders like not empty because their overlords as paddocks are a lot nicer after that pile empties. So yeah, maybe I'd just start taking the other 5s. Paddock is nice because the horses could be like enlarged food or grave robber food. But Wharf has pretty good consistency. I surely take the encampment. And Wolf Overlord seems pretty good. Like it could be Paddock, but I don't think Paddock's going to empty, so Overlord is slightly more flexible. It's definitely in their interest to empty plunder. Yeah. That's another gold down there. So probably play Paddock and then draw. Or I could Chariot Race. It's pretty likely to hit. How does Chariot Race work with Chameleon? I feel like it doesn't. Oh, that was a copper. I really thought I'd bought another gold. That was very silly. Another Wharf seems good. Maybe enlarge already. I can play Overlord as Grave Robber if needed. So maybe just enlarge Paddock Chariot Race. I don't think there's a danger of piles at the moment. It seems like there's not really anything else low. My plan with enlarge mainly would be to enlarge gold, I think, and then pick it back up with Grave Robber. But I'm not sure when I need to do that. I could also enlarge horses. Yeah, probably I'll do that now. Could be more enlarge. I could take a real Grave Robber. And Paddock, Chariot Race probably. Could be an Overlord. Could be an Overlord as well as the Chariot Race. Yeah. So I'll Wharf first. Come on. Yeah, I'll Wharf first, and then yeah, we'll see what I want to enlarge. Uh, I feel like I could potentially empty provinces. How realistic is that? So I can mill one here. I can grave rob. Potentially twice. I think it's kind of the best option I have at the moment. Probably play horse. I don't think there's any reason to save that. Play chariot raise. So I can enlarge to province. I can play grave robber 3 times. Yeah. Nice. So last game. Hopefully getting a draw here for Team UK. There's Fountain Beggar, which is funny, and Plateau Shepherds. But that's not great. The 2-5 is not filling me with joy. So there's technically Village with Broker, but it's pretty awkward. There's also kind of Village with Scepter, but not really. The draw is also not amazing. There's Den, which is kind of like half a lab. A bit better than that, but yeah. Seer can't draw that many of the cards we want. I wonder about taking Soothsayer on the 5. I could do like nothing Sooth. The golds honestly feel pretty okay. But also the curses don't hurt that much with donate. I think I'm definitely not taking beggar or donate here, so I can end buys there. The 5-2 would have been definitely nicer. And maybe the 4-3 even nicer still. I really don't know. I think it's Soothsayer. I feel like this looks money-ish as a kingdom. The engine stuff feels a bit too awkward, which would be like broker for actions, pilgrim, then draw, and leprechaun to gain golds and wishes. Yeah, with Sooth, I don't think the cursing hurts really, but the gold gaining is quite nice. That's nice finding Sooth here. I think I probably donate now. That has to be correct. Then I can see Sooth next turn. Now the question is, do I donate down to just Sooth Gold? So this turn I'm not buying anything. If I just leave the gold, then next turn I'll have 4, which I guess could be investment, although that's kind of like a copper unless I'm being given stuff. Whereas if I keep a copper now, then I can add a Scepter. Yeah, that feels okay. Man, I don't really like donate games because I'm lazy and don't like thinking that far ahead at the start. Yeah, like obviously the 2 curses they've got already don't do anything, but I'm hoping to give them more, and then yeah, either they donate again or find some other way to deal with the curses. This turn I do want to add a Scepter. Next turn maybe Den. I don't think I'll try and build to double province. I'll be back shortly. I'm back. So yeah, Sooth and what are they trashed down to? They kept bunch of it. They kept all their estates. That's definitely a choice. I think Scepter now. I think it could be Den, but probably next turn Den feels better. Yeah, I didn't find Scepter, which is a bit annoying. I'm thinking about provincing already. I'm gonna have 5 golds. 6 golds in deck, which feels enough. And then if I miss province, I can buy Den. I quite like the Baron Scepter idea. It's quite fun. I'm not sure how well it'll work because Seer can't draw the Scepters. It can obviously draw the Baron and the Estates. And it also, can't draw other Seers. Quite likely they want an investment. No, just more silvers. This could be maybe a Pilgrim instead of a Den, because I already have a Den to play for next turn. Their draws have been quite nice, considering. Yeah, Pilgrim feels right. Or you can Scepter Seer as well. That's quite fun. I mean, I think it's a pretty good idea from them, but it seems too awkward to work very reliably. If you miss Baron one turn, which is, I don't know, semi-likely, then that's not so good. I wonder if I play Pilgrim. It'd be nice if I find Den. Otherwise, I can probably top deck a gold. Equally, I could just stop and buy province. And then have the Pilgrim in the shuffle. The deck is definitely working pretty well. I don't know. I feel like I want to play Pilgrim. Mm. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I can play it again. Didn't find Den, but I do have Province again. Yeah, this feels more like the kind of turns that I was expecting to happen. Not all the time, but obviously some of the time. Do they have triple here? They've only got one estate in hand. Still feels... So, Scepter... One Scepter is 4. Another one is 2. And I don't know how many silvers they have. I guess 4. Which is... Yeah, 20... 24. Damn, fair play. Or no? What did I miscount? Oh no, I have 1 Scepter. They don't have 5 Scepters. Yeah, not finding Baron is pretty devastating for their turn. They've played it well. I think they probably should have added another Baron at some point. It doesn't really get in the way of the deck that much. And it does add reliability. Yeah, this deck is also not holding green too well. I think I just take Duchy. I don't think it's that likely that they get back around to their Baron this turn. There's a lot of cards to draw through. But... So yeah, like it could be Den. Let me think about that. So they've played... Only 1 seer. So they got quite a few seers down there. I think I should take a Duchy. I don't know. So if they can't find Baron, then they're capped at 1 buy. So I could take a den. If they do find Baron, then I would feel pretty silly. But if I take Duchy and they miss Province next turn as well, then that gives them more time to catch up. I think it's den. It's gonna suck if I'm wrong. They can't really broker for draw because they don't have village. So it's whether they can draw through all of that with, I guess they got 5 seers, but they need to find Baron before they start sceptering stuff. I'm gonna take den. And I'm, I guess, glad I did based on this hand. And they're out of draw now. So yeah, I feel like I made the right choice. Not just in this case, where it's obviously the right choice, but also in the average case. Oh shit. Man, I did not even think about that. That's really cool. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, that one, they played well. For sure. I'm not sure my strategy was the correct one. Yeah, I'm more annoyed about the King's Court Trickster and then the Crossroads drawing 3 cards twice in a row. But yeah, sad. That is the end of the road for Team UK in this tournament. But yeah, well played, ipsb. Congrats to USB team. And yeah, I'm not sure when our next record one, but cheers for listening. So yeah.